We didn't score again. No intro today. We don't deserve it. Another goalless match. That being three in a row now. Also considering it's no wins in three matches, two ties, 0-0, and then losing away at Bologna 2-0.
Are you trying to make me laugh?
It's not looking good.
Are you trying to make me laugh?
Yeah, I just find that funny at this
I feel
point.
like you're trying to make me
I
laugh.
I can't even be mad at this point. This is comical. It's embarrassing. We are the defending champions, looking like a fucking Serie B team in the attacking front. That is, defensively, this game we also looked like we were in shambles. But yeah, it's not looking good at all. We're already seeing rumors of players' agents coming out and talking about doing this, doing that, yada yada yada. Conte resigning, retiro, all kinds of stuff. This is the first time we've heard ADL say anything in quite a while. He came out and confirmed that all this talk is basically BS. Conte's not going anywhere. The team will restructure and find their way, supposedly. But the first thing that I do want to talk about is our injuries. People aren't really taking that into account. We've had quite a handful of injuries this season alone. I think it's, I don't know. I don't know the exact number. I think 14, 15, 16. I don't know, somewhere in that realm.
It's above 20 by now. Might as well be.
Might as well be. Yeah. So let's get into why Napoli lost. Okay. So do you want to start, Debo, or should I start? You let me know.
Why Napoli lost to Bologna?
Yeah, just give out some information why we lost and didn't score yet again.
Some information. Okay.
Yeah, some knowledge,
Um.
some ball knowledge.
How about one shot?
Yeah, one
Not
shot.
being able to do anything in attack whatsoever. Um. Politano being his normal self. Um. Hoyland actually trying, but not able to get any service, and he's not the type of player to hold up the ball, and they were trying to like they're forcing him to try to play like that. It's not his game. His game is to get behind the defense, to work in open space. Uh,
You sound very ecstatic about this topic, by the way. Just I let that out there.
well, there's the only thing to be ecstatic about is nothing. Like ecstatic is shit. There's zero happiness right now, man. Wait, no. International break. Not having to watch Napoli this weekend. Maybe there's something happy. Like usually we hate not being able to watch them, but probably the Tifosi now are like, oh, thank God, I got to watch Napoli this weekend because we can't score. We can't really, defend very good anymore. Um, Half the team's injured. Conte doesn't think anybody wants to play anymore.
That's crazy.
The the media is taking advantage of all this drama by getting people to, doing the clickbait thing with Conte resigning or Conte getting fired or Lobo thinking that the training's too much or Politano and Dilo or, you know, they're in a clique in the locker room and Neres and Lang are the rebels and then Zombo got hurt after he went off to Africon and um
Napoli should make a show.
a show.
Yeah, I feel like it would pay some good money, and a lot of people would be viewing it the way things are going.
Oh, oh, you mean like what's that one that the NFL does every year? They pick a team to do it with.
Hard Knocks.
Yeah. Oh man. Imagine being in the locker room after that Bologna game. Ooh,
Yeah, just
Jesus.
from
Don't.
watching that Napoli film when we won, I can only imagine how the vibes are whenever we're not winning and doing our job. So yeah, Conte is definitely not shying away from saying certain things. Probably, who knows if ADL maybe walked into the locker room? I don't know. We really don't know what's going on back there. It's all just noise right now. So what is happening? What is happening? Well, what's happening is that we can't score shit. Jack squat. Uh, I'm gonna bring this back up with Lukaku being out for so long now. Easily one of our most important players last season. Not even just for the fact of him himself, scoring goals, but also creating, being creative, something this team lacks massively. We have zero creativity, especially when we have Politano playing on the right wing. I mean, he offers absolutely nothing on the attacking side. I saw this stat. I think it was like 2 weeks ago now. I don't get on Twitter anymore, but I saw it 2 weeks ago on the Twitter. It was that he had the second most successful dribbles in Europe, right behind Lamine Yamal. Dude, this is why numbers don't say everything in sports. If you have to
You
watch
didn't
ball.
see that.
Yes, it said he had the second
Man,
most successful
you're
dribbles. That
trolling.
I'm not trolling, but this is the thing though. A successful dribble counts as someone beating their man, even just for a second. So let's say he beats his man for a second. What does he do after that usually? He dribbles again. He goes backwards, loses the ball, gets locked up. But that one little second of him forward pressing against the man and getting past him, that counts as a successful dribble. So you can't just look at numbers
Man,
the whole time. You got to watch ball. And if you watch Napoli, I'm sorry, it's terrible ball. Okay, zero fluidity,
man.
zero creativity. I mean, we look like a Serie B side out there, and somehow, some way, we're sitting at fourth right now. Still, we've been playing like this all year long. Okay, we can't rely on getting these lucky 1-0 wins. Yes, I'm calling it lucky because that's not going to work this year. Okay,
We've only played good in 2 games the entire season. Just
realistically, yes.
Fiorentina and Inter. That's it.
Yeah, and that was games we scored 3 goals. Um, all these 1-0 wins that we were getting last season when we had a successful defensive back line, it's not happening this season because we can't even score. So we can't even rely on that. So we need to figure something out. We have Spina out. We have KDB out. We have Elmas, and no shit against Elmas. He does a lot for the team, but he's no Spinazzola or KDB in terms of creativity. He's very tactically inclined, right? Can't sleep on that. But Politano on the right wing, no playmaking ability. Okay, and I'm tired of hearing this balance thing where he's like a defensive wing back. We don't need that right now. We don't need that. And then he subs in Lang and Nedes all late in the game, and then he wonders why we can't score. Well, we can't get anything in motion. They're coming in too late. Start these dudes. Start both of them. Start Lang on the left wing, that is on the right, vice versa, whatever. I guarantee, we at least will look better in the attack. We will. Simple as that. Di Lorenzo stinking it up. Hate to say it. He is the captain. He's getting older. All these minutes being played. Why do we even have Matsuki on the bench? Yes, he's not a great player, but in terms of what Conte is, what he's saying is that we're lacking a lot of is a fire. We have zero spirit when we play on that pitch. Zero. And I see it too. Now, as a coach, would I come out and say that to the press, or would I keep that inside the locker room? I'd keep it in the locker room because now you get all these media outlets talking and talking and talking, spreading BS. And now it's just going to lie all up on ADL, going to the players, the fans. It's going to spread like wildfire. Can't do that. Okay. I like Conte. I admire his coaching ability. But in terms of talking to the press, sometimes, like ADL used to be, It's a bit much, and he should settle down just a tad bit. Okay, it's one thing when you're doing good and you're talking to the press confidently about certain aspects of the game, but in times like this, in times of struggle, it's best just to keep your mouth shut.
I
Yes, you
have to
can say,
wonder.
at least in that aspect of calling out players and saying we're not playing with fire or any spirit. That's not gonna. That's a low blow to all your guys. These are your guys.
I have to wonder if so he doesn't really have a reputation to call, like, to label any of his players that he puts on the pitch to
Yeah.
not be playing with heart and passion. You know what I mean? He doesn't have the reputation to do that. So I wonder, I wonder if, like, he just fed up and it's been happening for a while this year. And like this, I mean, he's said it once already where it's either that or he's not doing his job because he can't get through to the players on giving 100%, right? Like, he's made that comment already. So I wonder if, like, he's been noticing this, because I've been noticing off and on where it doesn't seem like they're giving everything.
Hmm.
So I wonder if he's fed up because they're not listening and they're not playing as hard as they need to. And he just figured, you know what? Maybe this will work. Maybe me calling them out outside the locker room will make a difference. But the thing is like, several of our players have already won 2 Scudetti, right? Like, they've already, like, there's that thing where at some point you lose a little bit of motivation to keep going because you feel like you've satisfied your desire to be a champion, right? It takes a special dude as an athlete to keep wanting to do everything that you need to do to always win championships. Like, you have to be wired a specific way. And maybe we've just got players now that they're good, man. They got 2. Napoli didn't have one for over 3 decades, and they're like, dude, I did what I needed to do. Y'all got 2 now. So, like, the desire to play for the shirt and for the city and for the fans, maybe it's just not there anymore. And I hate to say that because I think that that's quite possibly what's going on more than anything else. And then you've got new players, a bunch of new players that are wanting to make their mark, and either they suck or they haven't been given time, been given a real chance. And there's not a good chemistry going on or off the pitch. It ain't like we got a captain that is going to put people in their place. He's not that kind of dude. Like, his personality isn't that way. He's not like a Gattuso type. When Gattuso was captain in Milan, Hamsik was super quiet too, but I can't remember very many times when Hamsik was the captain where you felt like the players weren't giving their all. And maybe D'Lo just doesn't have that personality to get along with people, as a leader, and he doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to that. I mean, he seems to always, like, sort of say the right thing, like the obvious thing that you would expect him to say, like, we need to do better, da 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 da, But maybe in the locker room it's a little bit different. Maybe he's not the vocal type, and when he is, maybe people just don't want to listen to because they just don't like him, you know. And you got that other drama about, like, what's going on with Merit and Vanya, and, like, people are like, there's things about, Merit and, the players that he's been with. He's not getting his respect, and, like, Vanya's getting these starts, and, but Merit has been hurt too. So, whew, man, I am not going to say that this could become as bad as it was when Ancelotti was coach and things just went to complete hell to the point where the players went into mutiny after they were told they couldn't go and be with their families. I think ADL learned a lesson. Like, I don't think he's gonna demand that they go into a retiro. And I think Conte. I really don't know the history of Conte and him doing a retiro, but I don't know if like something like that would work. I know you want to talk about that a little bit, but I don't know, man. I just I'm concerned. I'm concerned that the players have just lost motivation in general, and that's terrible because if there's one sport, man, where you got to be given 100%, it's calcio, dude. You can't take plays off. That's not a thing. It's not like some of the other sports where you don't have to be going 100% all the time. You know what I mean? Um, bro,
By the way, for those
man.
watching, sorry for the lag. I think my pop's connection's not the best right now, but hopefully you caught all that. Um, so let's go into some of the tactical implications of why we lost and why we're not performing, which I'm pretty sure everyone is aware of at this point. But so why did Napoli lose? So Bologna, they managed to take control of all the key moments in the game. For example, scoring that very early opener in the second half. That completely shut down our motivation. Um, also, we're missing key players, as we all know. That's a main reason why our goal drought seems to continue at this point, 3 games in. Our attacking rhythm was disrupted every time. Bologna played a high pressure. We failed to capitalize on any kind of possession at all. We just looked blunt in creating anything. In terms of defense, our backline allowed Bologna to exploit every space possible. So all those 0-0s really mean nothing. We're still looking shaky back there. Hopefully, when Lukaku comes back, we go to that 3-5-2, and we have Ukama, Buongiorno, and Rachmani playing back there. I think that would work out. And then obviously having Spina on the left and Di Lorenzo or Politano, whatever, on the right. That's what's going to happen. And
Who would you rather? Who would you rather have on the right there in a 3-5-2, D'Lo or Poli?
Di
Politano.
Lorenzo easily. At this point, I would rather see Di Lorenzo play some attacking football than Politano. I think we've seen enough. 1 goal or assist in the last 10 matches now.
The one
I
thing for
think
sure
he's
though
playing
is
his
that
part.
don't forget about Gutierrez, and the one thing for sure is that
Mm-hmm.
if you
Yeah,
have a 3-5-2, one of those players on the right or left have to be much more focused on defense. You
and
know,
that's why Politano or Di Lorenzo would be on the right. The left, Spina or Gutierrez, of course. He's been playing some good ball. Haven't really
what
talked about
about
him too often.
Spina on the right? And I know
Yeah,
it's not going to
I'm
happen.
I'm
I
just
know it's
saying
not going
what's
to happen because D'Lo's the
realistically gonna
captain.
happen, right? Of course,
Yeah,
I'm just saying what's
yeah,
realistic. Of course, I would have Spina play in Di Lorenzo's spot because we saw him do that a couple times and he was great.
yeah,
But in terms of reality, it
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
gonna happen. So, why did we lose so badly? Well, our possession was high, but the quality was not there in the attack. We did control the ball relatively well, but we didn't convert that into any type of danger whatsoever. And also, not having KDB there in the midfield, man, I'm telling you, people were throwing too much shade at this guy, man. With him being
Me
out,
included. Me included.
mhm, I'm
I
gonna.
was not satisfied, and now I can see what I didn't see before in the control of the game with him, the spacing, his vision. Even though we didn't see anything that just like jumped off the charts, I just think that his quality, control of the game, and vision is something that we're missing. You
Yeah,
know,
Debo, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna try to remove you from the stage and bring you back in just because it is lagging a bit, and I want to make sure that they can really hear you. Give me 1 second here. All right, we'll see if that worked. I don't know. I think your internet's just a little flunky, but it's okay. So yeah, so our
Um,
midfield.
my connection looks good, Mario.
Well, I don't know. Your voice is just like it gets robotic sometimes. Maybe try stepping further away from the mic. I don't know. I just want to make sure
It's
that they're
probably
hearing you good.
because I'm probably talking that way.
No, even like right there, it was just being weird. It's okay though.
Oh,
We're
really?
gonna keep moving
Okay.
forward. It's fine. I
Okay.
can understand you. It just gets robotic sometimes. But yeah, we were completely out muscled. Um, in terms of attacking fluidity, we had nothing from the midfield, which sucks because McTominay is playing his role now there, and still not seeing much. Zombo, not much either. Also, unfortunately, he is out injured now. Go figure. He goes off to AFCON and gets injured in training. So, what did Bologna do well? Okay, so they had a tactical plan that exploited all of our weaknesses. Uh, the evidence just showed that they had less possession, obviously, but we were more effective and they were more effective in the key areas. Um,
It
you
was
know,
their pressure more than anything. They
yeah,
were not allowing us to try to get into a rhythm, and we couldn't figure out how to break that and find players in open areas to do anything. They played a really good game, and they're a good team.
they
You
are
know,
they are a good team. Yeah,
I mean,
but we
it's
look
not
terrible
like
though. I'm not
yeah,
taking
we
away
did.
their
No.
game, but we've been
Yeah.
awful for the last three. So
Yeah.
um, I, I don't think that they felt like they struggled. Also, they get a 17-year-old goalkeeper, and we get one shot on target. Put absolutely zero pressure on the
Yeah.
kid. Zero pressure.
So for me, that was the worst part of the match was the fact that and it wasn't like he came in the second half halfway. He came in early and
Yeah.
he was nervous. I
Mhm.
almost feel like I hate to say this, man, but I can't help to think that like players in general on the pitch were like not wanting to really pressure him too much because he's a 17-year-old kid and they would feel bad about and stuff. Like if you look at the end of the match, um was it Vanya? Who was it? One of the Napoli players like was consoling him or whatever. It was like he was crying at the end of the match and they were involved in his happiness of having his first match and I guess we could say he played well. I mean, he wasn't challenged,
Yeah.
and they were involved in that part of it. And I'm like, ah, I can't help to think that maybe they let up from they didn't pressure him because of him being 17 in his first match. I mean, that is not what a winner, that is not what a champion, that is not what, you know, men are supposed to do as a professional athlete.
Yeah.
They're supposed to smell blood. And they didn't pressure him at all,
Mhm.
and everybody could see how nervous he was. I was like, "What are we doing?" Anyway, yeah. It's ugh.
But yeah, Bologna were just overall just way more disciplined than us defensively and on the attack. They had great mentality and resilience. We did not. Them scoring at the 50th and 66th minute just shut down the whole match. We were already playing like garbage, and that right there just sealed the deal. As soon as I saw that, no matter what subs we had, I was like, yeah, we're just not there today. We're not. We haven't been there for the last 3 games. So that's that.
Haven't been there since Inter, yeah. I mean, like I was saying before, like, dude, I just think it might be motivation more than anything, man.
Yeah, it's looking
Just
pretty bad.
given everything and wanting to do what the coach is having you do tactically, and
Yeah.
you're gonna get up against Inter because you want to show out.
Hmm. Yeah.
But like if it's not one of the big clubs and it's not a Champions League game so that you're on the world stage or whatever. Oh, I hate to say it, man. I just think the motivation isn't there, and there's all kinds of reasons why. We already talked about it a little bit, but I just think more than anything, man, the players in general just might be burnt out.
Yeah. I agree.
That's crazy. And when you get burnt out, it's hard to get that fire back.
Hmm. Even with someone like Conte
Hmm.
leading you, it's a mentality thing. Once your mentality's not there, no matter what you do in life, it's just hard to be successful. So
So,
that's that.
if you look at our roster, imagine if Conte did the crazy and this like put all the players out there that have something to prove.
Then
Started
Matsuki would,
Luca.
would be out there over Eddie Lorenzo.
Yep. Started Luca. Started David Nettis. Started Noah Lang. Think you could start
Well, I
Hoyland still,
wouldn't.
I
I wouldn't
guess.
say Hoyland doesn't have anything to prove. Yeah, he definitely has something to prove. Yeah, he had a hot start and it's slowed down quite a bit. But
Fucking Vegata, Ambrosini. I mean,
I would love to see Vergara play. But right now, I don't know. I think the whole team is just in shambles at this point. We need someone like Lukaku, someone who's matured, a true leader, to get on the pitch and show these young lads how it's really done. Apparently, because boy, do we miss him. So, what does this
yeah,
mean for Napoli in the upcoming future? Well, it's going to test how quickly we can react to our struggle. Um, we need
here
to
we go
correct
with
our
Atalanta being the
attacking.
next. Here we
Yeah,
go with Atalanta being the next team, and they got the new coach bounce.
Paladino.
Hell,
Paladino.
dude, man, if we don't play well against Atalanta, the Tifosi's coming for them, bro, and the Maradona.
Yeah,
Our next game's at home. I
yeah.
mean, things could go really
Hmm.
south
Yeah.
if we don't play well and win that game.
But like you mentioned, we had an international break coming up. So, will give us some more time to reflect. I feel like that's something
Well,
that we definitely need.
but the other thing about the international break is like the players are all broken up. Like,
Yeah, during this time.
how
Yeah.
many players are not there for them to get their freaking kumbaya going and figure out what the fuck's up?
Kumbaya's
They're
great.
gone.
Yeah.
So, international break, man, could I don't know, man, it could just make it. You feel like it just make it worse
It
because
can
they're
it
not
can be
around each
either or.
other.
It can be either or. Maybe the players need time to reflect on their own. Maybe they need to be regrouped. Whatever. We we don't know what's going on back
You
there. So
saw
basically,
Conte.
yeah,
Conte ain't coming back to training until Monday.
yeah, I saw that.
Monday.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
So to put
I
it
don't know,
simple,
man.
there's two things we need to fix. That's our attacking inefficiency and our defensive stability. There's really no other way to
And
put it.
our
We just look terrible. And our motivation and our spirit and
and
our
our
fire,
motivation.
obviously,
Yeah,
right?
man.
I just
Yeah.
mean tactically. That's more of a mental aspect in the game, but we're not looking good mentally, physically, anything. Considering our injuries as well. We just
Yep.
got no flow. We got no game, and that's simply put. So I do want to go into something that's a bit of a hyperbole at this very moment, but considering recency bias, this didn't happen too long ago, but I'll bring it up. Retiro, right? So we know the most popular or popularized Retiro was when we had Ancelotti back in 2019 before he got sacked in December, and we picked up Gennaro Gattuso as our coach and won the Coppa Italia that year. That was pretty good, considering it's Gattuso. Yes, he's leading the international team, and that was his first huge coaching stint that he had in his career. But
Man, I remember there was no doubt that the players loved playing for him
yeah,
to the point where whether it's a conspiracy theory or not, to the point where they had an opportunity to qualify for Champions League. And ADL was making it clear that Gattuso ain't staying.
all right, yeah,
And they stunk up that last game.
interesting, wasn't it? To not be in
Mm,
Champions League, by the way,
mm.
we're not getting those monies. Yeah, petty or not, whatever. The past is the past. But yeah, if things keep going this way, and I don't even know if Conte will be around if ADL tried to pull this off. Maybe Conte himself might want a retiro, like Mazzari did. Mazzari had a retiro, but it wasn't as explicitly, you know, they weren't as huge on social media about it because it was the coach doing it rather than the president coming out and saying retiro, right? So I don't think it'll be ADL that comes out and
Was that
pushes it.
Mazzari
Yes, in
during the days of
2024.
Cavani?
No, in 2024.
Oh, okay.
Yep, yep.
Oh
Uh,
wow, I don't remember that.
yeah, like I said, it wasn't very popularized on social media because we already were
Mm.
dog shit in 10th place, and that's that. And people already knew, three coaches in, we were struggling. Rather with Ancelotti, a big name like that, not being able to do what he does, considering he's won a variety of trophies, mind you, with some super teams. We were not a super team. That's a whole other topic. I think Ancelotti is a tad bit overrated, just a tad, just a tad. Yeah, I can see Conte doing it. If this goes on for, I would say another two matches. You know, either that or he is bouncing straight up, bouncing.
I really don't think the players would react well to him doing a retiro because they're already.
I'm not saying that they will
It's
react well
pretty
either.
clear that there is a little bit of a discontent with his training,
Hmm.
and I
Ooh,
do think that it's hard to not say that his training regimen is a detriment to injuries. But you know something crazy? All these injuries and D'Lo and Politano have not gotten a real injury. That's crazy to me. Like
yeah.
those two players,
Well, the one thing I will give them to is that they are workhorses. Okay, I'm not gonna take that away from them, especially Di Lorenzo, man, because we've seen Politano get injured and be out for a few games, but Di Lorenzo, man, easily has the most minutes on our team, the most starts by far. Um, he just never.
how
He
does he
always
stay
sees the pitch
healthy?
every game. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he drinks a lot of milk. He's got good bones. I don't freaking know, man. He's got something
I
else in him.
wonder if like in training, maybe he's not being forced to go as hard as other players.
Mm,
I mean, I wonder
nah,
because like it's just crazy to me that he has not had to deal with even muscle fatigue. Like he hasn't. I think the one time that he missed some time had something to do with being sick or something.
yeah.
He hasn't like dealt with muscle fatigue, you know. And then Politano hasn't really had that as an issue overall either. But it seems like all of our other players have had this muscle fatigue thing, you know? It's crazy.
I could land on
Mm.
Conte's training sessions and also our medical staff being poo poo. You know, it could be both. So also, I'm going to talk about Lobotka just a little bit, just because you did say his agent came out and said that Lobo said these training sessions are a bit too harsh. Also, shout out to, since we talked about him, Gattuso for putting Lobo into very good shape. Because before Gattuso came in, Lobo
Yeah.
he had a little belly coming out.
Yeah,
Ever since
man.
Gattuso came, excuse me, he's been in shape every freaking season, and he's looked like a whole different player.
Yeah, that's right.
So do you see this happening? All this drama going on. It almost seems like it's bound to happen at this rate, right? Obviously, if we beat Atalanta, not tie, we need to beat them. We're at home. All the fans got the players' backs. We know we're in a moment of struggle. This is a game you have to win. It's a must win. If you don't win this one, I'm gonna say it. Man, I hate to say it. The Scudetto hopes, in my opinion, just because I can see it continuing, are gone, right?
Oh,
But
if we
then you
don't
got
beat
to,
Atalanta, yeah.
yeah, I know we're only, not even halfway through the season, but I mean, this is when you're mentally drained, physically drained all at once. I mean, it's never going to lead
And the
to good
thing
things.
yeah. And the thing is if you don't beat Atalanta after all this, having, that mental break or whatever,
Yeah,
um, like, how do you recover from that?
yeah,
At home, not being able to beat them. They are not playing very well,
mhm,
and, the freaking coaches bounce, I don't believe in that too much, you know what I mean? When you're playing at home and you're a defending champion, that shouldn't mean that you can't beat that team at home.
yeah. I agree.
In no
We
way
should beat
do I.
them. Even
Yeah,
even with how we've been playing, I think we're a better team quality wise. Even with all our injuries, I think we're a better team. So I'm gonna bring up the table just to show where we are currently. 22 points, only 2 points behind first. Like we're really not far off. And you might be thinking, "Wow, we're okay. We're fine." No, we're not. Because you got Bologna at 21 and Juve at 19. Fucking Juventus at 19. They're literally one win behind us. Like, come on. And now they have Spalletti. I don't know. I don't know. They haven't been playing amazing football either, though. I'm not gonna lie. But I think they've been playing better than us. I mean, they've been able to freaking score goals. We haven't. If you don't score goals, you don't win matches. Even just one goal can win
they
you a
didn't
match. We're not,
score.
we're not
They
even
didn't
doing that.
score. They didn't score in their home game just now against Torino, though.
I know. I know.
Look at the
But
goal difference for them, man. Only 4, and then us only 6. That's crazy.
that's rough. That's rough. So we're in fourth, tied with Milan. Or well, they have a better goal differential, but yeah, we're not far off
And
first,
they beat us already. Yeah.
and they did. So even with how close we are to the table, or to first on the table, it's still concerning, regardless, because this is not a sufficient way to play this whole season. It's just not going to work out. It's not because last season it was really just Inter and Napoli playing for the Scudetto. Now, I mean, dude, Juventus is still in the freaking run, and they're not playing good football either. Realistically, they're playing better than us right now, but it's still not good football.
They're one win off of first if the first place teams lose.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
that's crazy.
That's
Being in
crazy.
6th place and being within one game. That's
Yeah.
insane.
So we don't only have one team to worry about this season. We have like 5 or 6. I'm just being realistic here. The way things are going,
Yep.
we got to worry about making top 4.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Yep. It's crazy.
It's rough. It's really rough. Did you see that Lukaku is coming back most likely in early December now after the international break?
I think that's what I've been reading. That
Okay.
he'll be back early December. It would be really nice for him to be able to play one game before that Juve game and then to start in Juve. I mean, he's not going to start from the get-go without
No.
playing,
Yeah,
but
no.
if he can get some minutes in him 1 or 2 games before that, if that actually happens and he can play against Juve, what a huge boost that could be.
Whew, that'd be
Thank God
crazy.
we're playing that game at home too. Oh,
Yeah. So let's get into the last segment. That's quick thoughts on our other matches coming up. So as you mentioned, we do have Atalanta at home next. I'm going to go ahead and bring up our next upcoming games, even though I really don't want to look at them. So Atalanta at home on the 22nd of November after the international break. A few days later, we got Qarabag, who just tied against Chelsea at home as well, by the way. They've been playing some pretty good football for who they are, not going to lie. They're also in the run for the league phase, and we're barely there. We're in literally last place in the league phase. And then,
still above Juve though.
correct, crazy, crazy, crazy. And then we have Roma
Oh
away
god.
5 days later on the 30th of November. And then we have, the BS Coppa Italia on December 3rd. I'm pretty sure we'll start, some whatevers at that point, like some B guys. We play Cagliari at home. And just 4 days after that, we host Juventus at home. Then 3 days after that, we go to Benfica, who has not won one single UCL match this season.
Really?
I'm telling you, it's crazy because Benfica,
Really?
they're a good squad, especially in the UCL. We know that they make some kind of noise, right? They haven't won one game. I swear on everything, we might be the first team that they beat.
Dude,
We might be
them
the first team that they
oh my
beat.
god, them and Ajax are at the bottom.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, times are rough. You think it's rough over here? You got to check out some other teams too, though. But we're the defending champs, man. They're not. Neither teams are. We have a whole different stature to hold. They don't. Regardless, Atalanta at home, Qarabag away, Roma away, and Juventus at home in a span of 2 weeks. I mean, dude,
So
dude.
listen, listen, listen,
If
listen,
there's
listen,
any
listen,
time to show
listen, listen,
Serie
listen.
A,
I'm listen, listen, listen. So I'm gonna we're close to the end, right?
yeah,
Can we can we try to talk some positivity?
yeah, go for it. I think I've said some positives, maybe. I don't know. But I'm not trying to be too negative, I'm just
So
being realistic here.
so we play Atalanta at home.
Hmm.
Haven't been playing good. New coach. We should win that game. I don't
Okay.
care how bad things are right now. If the players give a shit, we should win that game. Even if Politano and D'Lo end up starting, because Conte just won't have the courage to go away from that, we should still win that game.
Hmm.
Then we play in the Champions League, and the players will be motivated just for the simple fact that it's a Champions League,
And we're
and
getting
they'll
closer and
be
closer to being at the
and
end of the UCL. We're pretty much
and
halfway through
and the spirit. You mean
in
the
this
league
phase.
phase, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that game's at home. Karabag is playing well, so the motivation to play in the Champions League at home and then to show up against a team that's been playing pretty good. So that's two games where the spirit could come back, and then we go on the road to play in Rome.
Hmm.
The spirit's back. We go on the road to play in Rome, and we play well, and we get a result in that game, and then we come back
A tie.
home.
A tie would be a result in that game,
Yes,
by the way.
exactly, exactly. And then we come back home, and if there's any game to be motivated for, it's that game against them fuckers.
I swear, if we freaking
You know,
sell against Juventus and Spalletti at home, I am gonna puke. We're never
so
gonna hear that
listen,
shit.
man, listen, there's an opportunity to get the spirit back and to be in a good place once we beat them fuckers at home. We have an opportunity. It's 3 out of 4 games are at home. You know what I mean? Like, there's an opportunity there. We just got to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But will we? That's the real question. Will we
Ah.
keep doing this shit? No, we're not.
Dude, if there was one time in the history of being a Napoli fan not actually wanting to watch them during an international break, this is it. This is it to try to not get anxious and not get upset for a weekend because everything's to shit right now. It's the one weekend where I guarantee there's people out there like, you know what? I'm glad we don't have to watch Napoli this weekend.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be
I
watching
mean,
the
that was
Denver
negative,
Broncos
right? I'm
play
trying
against
to end it
the
on a
the
positive. Try
yeah.
trying to end it on a positive here, but oh man, Atalanta at home is an opportunity to get back on track. It really is. So
Yeah, I agree. I will have something for those watching NFL out there. The Broncos play the Chiefs at home, and that'll be hopefully entertaining. Even though our
oh
Broncos, are dealing with some injuries as well. Sadly, got the Defensive Player of the Year out, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever. I'm not going to get into the Broncos, but we do have something to possibly enjoy this weekend, and we're eight
no,
and
we're
two,
we're
best
we're
record in
gonna
the
beat them.
NFL. I
We're
hope
gonna
so.
beat them
I hope
fuckers.
so.
We're gonna beat them fuckers. And Bo Nix plays well against the Chiefs. He's gonna have a good game. If Bo Nix has a good game, which I do believe he will have a good game, we're gonna take them fuckers out, and that's pretty much gonna be the end of the division for them assholes.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that game.
Anyways, sorry for
Six
getting off
sacks.
track. We have to be some, or we have to look
Six
forward to
sacks in that
something
game.
this weekend. Six. That's crazy. All right, everybody.
Coming for
Well,
him, man.
huh?
We're coming for Patrick Mahomes, Mario.
I hope so. All right, guys. So that'll be the end of this video. This is Napoli Nation TV, Season 2, Episode 20. And this is the third match in a row we don't score a goal. It's very tragic. And is it a good thing or a bad thing? We have a little break here to hopefully regroup somehow, some way. But without further ado, as we always do, we must leave on these terms. Forza.
Napoli.
Sempre.
Why you?
Fellas, get your minds right. Take this international break to heart and freaking get shit going, please.
Die.